Hey everyone, this is Dave Harry, and I'm going to be talking to you about ways to control tempo inside of Ableton Live, including how to automate smooth tempo changes from session view without using Master Live. Let's check it out. I'm going to show you how to jump tempos in Ableton Live session view.
In this DJ set, our first tune and our second tune are at 140 BPM, but our third tune is at 180 BPM. To jump between these tempos, we can rename our first scene to include the tempo 140, followed by BPM. Then we can rename the third scene to include 180 BPM. When we play the first scene, our tempo will automatically adjust to 140. When we launch our third scene, we can see that the tempo automatically changes to 180 BPM. Launching the first scene again reveals that our tempo changes back to 140. This can be a quick way to jump between specific tempos.
I'm going to show you how to MIDI map the tempo in Ableton Live.
We can map the song tempo in Live using Command M. Here we can see that we can select either the song tempo using whole numbers, or we can select decimal points using the fine control for even greater detail. Let's turn some knobs and see what this sounds like. As you can see, we have a tempo range of 20 BPM all the way up to 999 BPM. In case this is too much for what we need, we can adjust the minimum range by clicking and dragging or directly typing it in to the text window, and then setting a maximum range. Now, as we move our controller, our tempo will stay between our preferred parameters.
I'm going to be talking tap tempo tricks in Ableton Live.
Ableton Live has a tap tempo function. In the upper left-hand corner, there is a button labeled Tap. As I click on it, the tempo changes based on the timing of my last couple clicks. An easier and more accurate way of tapping the tempo is to map this button to our computer keyboard using Command K, selecting Tap, and then clicking the key that we want to use to control the button. Now, as I click A, our tap tempo is engaged. We can see here that the tempo is changing based on me clicking the key. Let's see what this sounds like as our track is playing. Tap tempo is a fun way to physically adjust the timing of your music in real time.
This is how to automate tempo in Ableton Live.
We can automate tempo in Live's arrangement view by hitting key command A, going to the master track, and selecting Song Tempo. We can have more specific control by clicking and dragging or typing in specific tempos into the minimum and maximum ranges. Now, when I go over to the automation lane and click to create breakpoints, I can drag them to the specific tempos that I want. Let's draw an envelope into this automation lane. Maybe create another breakpoint and have more of a curve in the second half. Let's see what this sounds like. As we can see, our song tempo is following our automation. This can be especially interesting when used in conjunction with Live Session View.
This is how to set a clip to be the tempo leader inside Ableton Live.
If we have a warped clip that we already know has tempo changes, we can go to Clip View, the sample box, and set the clip to be the leader. This means that Live's global tempo will follow the changes in the clip. We can see this in the automation lane and in the upper left-hand corner. It's important to note that this technique will only work in arrangement view. If we select this clip and consolidate using Command J, the tempo automation will be written into it. Now, as we move it over to a different place in the timeline, and set it to be the leader, the automation will follow the clip.
And I'm going to show you how to get smooth and accurate tempo changes for DJing and live performance inside Ableton Live Session View without having to use Master Live.
In Session View, we can see that our Back to Arrangement button is lit up. This means that the clip that's playing in Session View is overriding what's playing in our Arrangement View. At the top of the screen, our Re-enable Automation button is also lit up. This means that the clip that's playing in Session View is overriding the automation that's happening in our Arrangement View. We also have a Back to Arrangement button here in Arrangement View. To make sure that this clip and this automation happens when we want to, we can set our cursor to the beginning of the clip, and we'll go to this button and hit Set. This will create a locator. We can rename this locator Tempo Change 1 because this is where the tempo changes. Now, if we start playing before the locator and hit the locator, Live will jump to the locator based on our global launch settings. The same is true if we start playing after and then go back to the locator. Right now we're still hearing what's happening in Session View because our Re-enable Automation button and our Back to Arrangement button are still lit up. To make sure we're hearing this clip and this automation, let's map these three things to the same key. We'll hit Command K, click on Tempo Change, hit the tilde key, Re-enable Automation, tilde, Back to Arrangement, tilde, and now all three are mapped to the same key. As we're playing and hit the key, Live will jump to that clip and play our arrangement, including the automation. We can see in the upper left-hand corner that our tempo is following our automation. And in Session View, if we play this clip, hit our tilde key, it jumps back to the arrangement even though we're viewing Session View. Our tempo is still changing and following our automation in Arrangement View. And now, we can even rename this Smooth Change as our tempo is smoothly changing and ramping up based on this automation. And boom, we can launch our clip at a new tempo.